When a graph is going up, okay, let's say it like that, so it's going up, then we can say that the gradient is positive. Okay, in other words, we say that the function of this graph is increasing. Okay, the function is increasing, okay, or the graph is increasing. If a graph is going down, okay, then the gradient is negative. Okay, so this gradient, we know in differentiation we use dy over dx. Okay, dy over dx. If I take an interval between x1 and x2, let's say I have a graph, okay, and x1, and that's x2. Okay, and let's say that's y, that's x. Okay, okay, so this would be the corresponding y1, and this is the corresponding y2. Let's say I label this as y equals to a x squared or x cubed or something. So therefore I can say that between the interval x1 and x2, where the value of x1 is less than x2, then this indicates that the y, which is ax cubed, when y, if I sub x with x1 cube, okay, and y, this is with x1, and y equals to a x2 cube, then between this interval, if the graph is increasing, then a x1 cube will be less than a x2 cube. So this value over here, y1, is when x1 sub inside this equation. So the value for this function a x1 cube, that will be less than a x2 cube between the interval x1 and x2, okay, whereby x1 is less than x2. So if this happens, then the graph is increasing, whereas a graph is decreasing when, or between the interval x1 and x2, and again x1 value is less than x2, but this time the corresponding y value, which is a x1 cube, when I sub x1 into the y, then this a x1 cube will be greater than a x2 cube. Okay, so this x1, when I sub inside, the value will be greater, so that will indicate that it's going to be a graph something like this. In state, we'll have your x1 will be here, which is y1, okay, and your x2, which is here, will be y2. So this is decreasing, this part is decreasing. Okay, to draw this clearly, the first one, x1, x2, oops, x1, x2, y1, y2. Okay, so y1 is less than y2, whereas y1, so for this y1 is greater than y2. So one is increasing, another one is decreasing.